One Octane main has devised a simple buff for the Adrenaline Junkie, which would see him launched into the upper echelons of the Apex Legends character pool. With Season 8 now well underway, players are figuring themselves out in the new POIs and meta. While the focus is on eccentric Aussie Fuse, other characters are always getting changes too. One of these is Octane, the Adrenaline Junkie originally added back in Season 1. While Octane is certainly not dwindling around the bottom tiers of Apex Legends characters, it's hard to argue he is anything more than a solid option in the game's current meta. As such, fans of the speedster have been considering buff options in the event Respawn look to strengthen him. One redditor Todar has done just that, suggesting an improvement to Octane's jump pads that has proved immensely popular with fans. The suggestion would give Octane players the option to rig their launch pad to explode when used by an enemy. However, this option would only be available to Octanes if they were also carrying a grenade, something they lose in the act of rigging the launch pad. The player explains. If rigged, you lose that grenade, but you throw a rigged jump pad. You and your teammates can use it as normal, but if an enemy tries to use it, the pad blows up in the process, giving the jump boost but causing damage and being destroyed afterwards. There was also justification given, with the player stating that, in their opinion, it fits with Octane's character, improves the versatility of his launch pad, and reduces the likelihood of enemies giving chase if an Octane has attempted a speedy escape. Unfortunately, Respawn's lead game designer on Apex, Daniel Klein, responded to ask why Octane would need a buff given his current state. After all, his jump pad was given some major changes in the Season 8 update already. As previously mentioned, Octane is far from the best legend in the game, but he remains clear of some of its weaker options like Rampart. It's fair to assume that Respawn will look to buff the weakest before turning their attention to Octane. Apex Legends players are calling for Respawn to add a simple quality of life skin feature that's borrowed from Overwatch. This would make navigating the cosmetics menus a lot easier and allow players to find what they're looking for faster. A thread posted to the Apex Legends subreddit suggesting the addition of a new skin feature borrowed from Overwatch has garnered over 6,000 upvotes. Although an incredibly simple concept, it has the potential to dramatically improve Apex's cosmetic menus. Currently, all of a player's own skins and cosmetics on Apex are scattered across a long list that is difficult to navigate. As the game has been out since 2019, these lists of cosmetics are only getting bigger and bigger. As the thread suggests, players are calling for Respawn to borrow a feature from Overwatch in which players' own skins are all listed at the top of the menu. Not only would this feature save time, but it would also make it a lot easier for players to keep track of which skins they actually own. There's no denying that big content updates should always be the priority for Respawn, but sometimes the community just wants to see some simple quality of life features that improve the overall experience. This is certainly a concept that developers should consider adding in the near future, especially with the influx of new skins added with Season 8. That's all I got for now. I'll be back with some more Apex.